All right. Yeah, Shalom. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I'm back now. Basically, I wasn't able to hear the video, so I could, put my 2 cents in and then come through some scripture. So now I just transferred it to the laptop, and we're gonna continue from there. And hopefully this video will be edifying.
A town east of New York City, 17,000 homes in one place. What bank would be crazy enough to lend a developer the money to build 17,000 homes or 15,000 homes in one place for which he had no buyers? We were in a suburban country at that time. People thought the whole idea was lunacy. Who's going to want to live in a single-family home when they can live in the city instead? Any of these developers, the only way they could get the capital to build these giant subdivisions was by going to the Federal Housing Administration, submitting their plans for the development, for approval of the construction materials they were going to use, the architectural design, the layout of the streets in the subdivision, and an explicit commitment not to sell a home to an African American, required by the Federal Housing Administration. The Federal Housing Administration even required, as a condition of these guarantees.
So even after the hundreds of years of oppression, hardcore bondage, slavery, all right, where they profited off of free labor, okay, making max profits, man. Percentages probably in the millions, to be honest, if not billions. Okay. All right, these people, these Edomites, these devils, they were able to profit off of you, but not. But now that they profited, they didn't want you even doing better, right? Okay. They also had it to where there's another thing, right? Because the Judites, right? They were working just as hard, if not hard, honestly harder than you Edomites. Okay. And they wanted to be paid, after slavery, and they did the whole transfer of the slaves to the north. Okay, the whole emancipation and all that. Okay, the slave, they wanted to be able to get paid at equal wage to their white counterparts, and they didn't want to pay them that. All right, so what did they do? They started slandering Israel. They started slandering the so-called Negro, calling them lazy. All right, and then what did they do? They got their brother Benjamin. They would hire their brother Benjamin and tell them that, oh, these guys are lazy. These guys, they don't want to work, you know. So Benjamin would come to now America and work, but they're getting paid less. Mind you, they're thinking, oh, because I'm working, they're looking down on the American Negro, man, not knowing that's their brother. Well, they, in a sense, and they're looking down on them, man. Nah, but that's not the case, man. Jake in America wanted to be getting paid equally, man, and rightfully so. You know.
Developers like Levitt place a clause in the deed of every home prohibiting resale to African Americans or rental to African Americans. These deeds still exist in these homes today. They're no longer enforced, no longer enforceable, but they're still there. What was the consequence of this? Well, those homes in those days, in all of these suburbs,
and then even now, man, you gotta equate that to what's going on now, man. What are these heathens doing now? They have a lot of foreign investments, man. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example because my jurisdiction is in Toronto, Canada. Okay, and you have a lot of Moabites, foreign investors, Chinese investors. They're raising the prices of these properties, man. These housing properties, making it harder for people that actually live in the country, okay, to actually purchase a home. All right. Um, just a regular. I'll give you an example. Just a regular 4 bedroom. Whatever. I'm giving it. Yeah, 4 bedroom house. All right, 2, 3 bathrooms. That's running you, and it's not even like it's that big. It's like maybe it might be 2,200 square feet, 2,500 square feet. All right, that's to me that's a regular home, 3 to 4 bedroom house. That those are going for like almost $1 million. All right, and I look at these homes. I'm like, this is not worth $1 million. So, but that's just a crazy world market that we live in. It doesn't make any sense. It's all fugazi, man. It's a fugazi market. you know. But like I said, there's foreign investors driving up the prices, making it harder for Jake to obtain it. That's why I brought that point out, making it harder for the Israelites that dwell here to even try and afford a house. That's why buying a house here is such a big deal. Even amongst Jake, oh, I'm looking to buy a home, blah blah blah. I'm buying a home. I'm doing this, da da da. Like they really think they're doing something when they buy a home. Like people are gonna respect them, and all these things, man. Not knowing that this place is actually gonna collapse. All right, you know. There's no. I'm gonna get that scripture too, but there's really no continuous city here, man. That's why we tell our people to get out of this place spiritually. You know.
Sold for $10,000 or less, $8,000, $9,000 a piece. In today's money, that's less than $100,000, probably $90,000. African Americans who were prohibited. Not they didn't want to, not because they didn't like living among whites. They were prohibited from moving into these suburbs, and they could easily afford to do so. Any working class family can afford to buy a home for $90,000, roughly twice national median income. Those homes and developments like that now sell for $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 and more. The white families over the next couple of generations gained, you can do the arithmetic, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in equity. They used that equity to send their children to college, to take care of medical emergencies, to take care of economic downturns, most importantly, to bequeath it to their children, who then had down payments for their own homes. African Americans who accumulated none of that wealth as a result of this federal subsidy had none of those abilities. Today,
all right, and then now, what Jake, they really want, especially out here. I'm just dealing with my jurisdiction. They're gonna work their ass off. Okay, they don't know. Jake doesn't know how to leverage credit. All right, they're gonna actually use their hard-earned liquid cash to save it up. Right, save up their hard-earned liquid cash. Let's just say the down payment, because like I said, let me do the math real quick. They want, let's just say they want 10% down payment, right? On a, say a regular home, I told you is like $1 million. All right, they want 10% of that down payment. All right, that's gonna be, was that 100,000? Let's see. Yeah, it's 100,000, right? So they want 100,000 down payment. You're gonna stack up, okay, your hard-earned liquid cash. 100,000 just to buy a house. Just to say you bought a house, and now you don't have liquid. You don't have no cash. It's all into it. You know what I mean? You're not even trying to leverage credit to use the credit to buy the home. No, you see what I'm saying? Nor were you taught to learn how to leverage credit, leverage business credit. So these are all the things that Jake has not known. All right, especially here in Toronto, where you have these other heathens, these Elamites. They come here. They came here after Jake. All right, mainly Benjamin. Benjamin got sent up to Toronto. A lot of Benjaminites out here. All right, but these Elamites, they came up after Jake. All right, and basically, these Elamites are thriving over Jake, man. They're buying homes like crazy. They have their own cities basically, to where everybody know, oh, that's that area. That's an Elam. They're not gonna say Elamite, but they're gonna call it Brown. Oh, that's Browntown. Because these Edomites, they buy houses in droves. They have power. They have economic power now. They're making themselves known through that. You see what I'm saying? But where do you Jakes dwell? You do Jakes dwell in pockets. You're all divided. All right. There's no unity. Okay. You're out for yourselves. All right. But that's all part of the curses, anyways. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing to trip up over. But that's just what's going on, man. Okay.
wide, African American incomes are on average about 60% of white incomes. African American wealth today is 10% of white wealth. That enormous disparity between a 60% income ratio and a 10% wealth ratio is entirely attributable to unconstitutional federal housing policy practiced in the mid 20th century that has never been remedied. It's a constitutional violation, and of course, it determines the ongoing racial inequalities we have today.
All right, so that's just showing you, like I said, the inequalities that we still have today, man. And wherever you dwell, wherever you Jakes dwell, that's what's going on. You Jakes are living in Africa, okay? Don't think that you're not under the captivity under the white man. All right, you're getting economically castrated there. All right, you're not a force. All right, you're not a power um to be revered by or to be threatened by. You're not, you're not a threat to the so-called white man. Okay, he can neutralize you guys at any time. You hold no weight. You may have a lot of resources, okay, but the white man has already extracted that from you. He owns those. You don't own them, okay. So you can say, "Oh, not under the white man." Da, da, da. Yes, you are. Okay, he has the whole earth. All right. So all that pride could get out the window as well, man. All of Israel's under this devil, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy 28:43. It says, "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's going on. All right? These strangers, they're above us. All right? Starting with the so called white man. All right? If we need something, we have to go to him. We need a bank loan, we need a mortgage loan, we're going to him, his establishments. Okay? So at his interest rates, taxed at his interest rates. All right? Even also another thing amongst Jake homeowners, all right, is to where you have it to where when they're doing the appraisal for your home and you're trying to get more equity and refinance and maybe take some money out and like I said, get more equity. Okay, you have a white appraiser that might come to your home. If he realizes that you're black, all right, they're gonna snub you. They're gonna make sure that you're not getting the equity that you deserve what the home is worth. All right, you'd have it to where Jake families will get an Edomite to live to pretend like they live in the home just so they can get a fair quote, man. All right, but this is the type of world that we live in, man. Okay, you have Edomites. They don't like to see you, Jakes, living well. They don't like to see you, Jakes, having anything good, quote unquote good. So a home, just something, a basic necessity like a home. Say you have 4 kids, you need a four to 5 bedroom home. They don't want to see you with that. They want to know, what do your parents do? Oh, what do you. They want to count your pockets. Oh, it's like, let's see how this nigger can afford to live in this city. What year did he buy this house? So he was able to afford it back then. But now, you see what I'm saying? They're so bad minded. They don't want you to actually have anything good, man. Okay? You might have a co-worker at work. Don't let these people know where the hell you live for real. All right? Because they might find out, oh, you live in a nice area, or you live in a. You see what I'm saying? Like it all depends. Just using wisdom, right? But they find that out, they're gonna give you a hard time, right? They're gonna try and. You see what I'm saying? Just be all sassy and weird, you know? Because they don't want Jake to have anything good, man. They want you to be a nigga all your life, not have shit, crack down, pop down, broke. You see what I'm saying? They cannot, they don't think that you deserve anything good, But the Most High is gonna set his people on high. 3 hours shy, man. All right, and we're gonna show you real rulership, man, and we're gonna rub it in your face. You know, Jake likes to brag to his own. You know, in this world, Jake likes to brag and boast against his brother, man. But nah, we're gonna be boasting against you heathens, man, and rightfully so. Okay, and that's gonna be righteous, cause you heathens, you boast yourself against us, man. When Jay gets in the right mind, the right spirit, we're gonna be boastful, man, against you damn devils, man, you heathens. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. It says Deuteronomy 28 and 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, Salakia, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be head, and thou shalt be tail. Okay? Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Only a bad mind person, an evil person, will make sure that you don't have a place to stay, a nice home. You know, if this place was so righteous, you'd want everybody to have a nice home. I'm not even talking about a mansion. I'm just talking about a regular home, the way the way you guys designed it, the way you set it up. You would want everybody to be able. You people don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? It's all cap. It's cap. You don't care for the well-being of quote unquote humankind, or you should have mankind. You don't care. As long as you're good, as long as you're inheriting your real estate, as long as you're being able to pass down real estate onto your family, okay? As long as you're accumulating wealth, all right? That's all that matters, okay? And then you wanna push up your nose when you see an Israelite and he's actually doing something for himself. You know what I mean? Oh, it's such an anomaly to see a Jake, you know what I mean? Doing something quote unquote upright. But that's why to hell with the society, anyways. You see what I'm saying? Because even when you are working upright, you're not being yourself. You have to debase yourself when you go to work. Okay? You can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't actually be yourself. All right? You gotta appear like you're not a threat. You know what I mean? You gotta have a. You gotta talk a certain way to make everybody feel comfortable. Why? Just so you can get your FRN notes. Okay, to pay your bills, man, so you can survive. All right, because it's either that or you do what the devil wants you to do, which is to sell dope, man, sell crack, sell coke. You see what I'm saying? And that's an unregulated game, man. The Lord is not gonna be with you if you're doing those things, right? So you see what I'm saying? You get caught up in that realm, you know. So you gotta really make up. You gotta understand why you're doing what you're doing for the righteous way, man. You gotta understand that you gotta suffer working amongst these heathens in the workforce, whatever, for a greater kingdom, man. Okay, that's why we have different outlets. That's why you do your videos, you push all your videos, pray unto the heavenly Father. Okay, bodily exercise profiteth little, but it helps. Go to the gym, all right, for your mental health. All right, clarity. All right, feel good about yourself, whatever you can. All right, build confidence and faith through Yahweh Shai. All right, it's not gonna deliver you, but it's gonna help you get through the day to day of this bullshit world. All right, this is it's just a suggestion. Okay, whatever outlet you play play a sport or whatever. Just keep active, man. All right, and meditate upon the scriptures. You know what I mean? As you grow it more into this truth, you realize like if it's not the brothers, you don't really want need to hang with anybody in the world, man. Or these people are wicked, man. Okay, but back to the topic, man. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey. They may rob the father, Slakia, rob the fatherless. All right, because if the father was there, all right, teaching the children the right way, you know who your enemy is. You'd be able to not only just that, but the father would be able to teach his children the skill, the trade, to be able to eat, to be able to provide for the family. Saying, pass that down. Okay, have that inheritance to give to his children, the home, real estate, whatever. See what I'm saying? But even before all that, because they're fatherless, why are they fatherless? Because the fathers went against the Heavenly Father, right? They never took heed unto His word. They never took heed to Deuteronomy 28, the curses, all right? So this is what happens. Our enemies get sent against us, and then they make all type of unrighteous decrees to put us in a quote-unquote everlasting captivity, man. Because their main goal is to keep us in captivity forever under their new establishment. Okay, you already know what I'm talking about. Okay, but they make unrighteous decrees unto Israel. So Psalm 94 and 20 says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord Yahweh is my defense, and my Yahweh is the rock of my refuge." Okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to be the one to defend us, man. Okay? But we need to hold fast and hold dearly unto that, man. We still got to go through the motions. We still got to go through this day to day, man. Okay? Now, in this time, depending on where you are, okay, certain places I know in America, all right, houses are cheap. So if you buy a house, okay, so so be it until the Most High come destroy the place. It is what it is. If it makes more sense to buy the home, buy the home. But I'm be real with you in Toronto, or Toronto, Canada, whatever. It doesn't make sense to really be buying property here, man. I mean, if the Lord bless you, so be it. You know what I mean? But understand that this place is gonna be dissolved anyways, right? It's gonna be dissolved, man. This place is gonna get hit too. Don't think it's not gonna get hit. Any place with some tall ass buildings is gonna get hit. Any place that has a alphabet parade is gonna get hit. Okay, and what I mean by hit is gonna get hit with a missile. Okay, so you can bank on that. All right, so you already know. Okay, because all manners of wickedness took place here. Right, this place is defiled, man. The land of the shredded, the Native Americans, they haven't got no get back. All right, and those are our brothers from the tribe of God. Okay, says, but the Lord Yahweh is my defense, and my Yahweh is the rock of my refuge. And my Yahweh is the rock of my refuge. Okay? And that's who's going to deliver us, man. All right? When the ICBMs are about to hit, or right before they're about to hit, he's going to beam up the elect, man. The 1/3 of Israel, the righteous. All right? This is Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right? And that's just what it is. Because in our city, in our righteous kingdom, okay, we're gonna have to worry about paying rent, mortgage, buying a home. We're not gonna have to worry about that. Why? Because we're gonna have an inheritance to a land that was already allotted to us by the Heavenly Father. Okay. Then on top of that, we're gonna have tributes, people given unto the Israelites. Okay. So that's why we tell our people not to put their all into this place. Like I was going into buying a home and stuff like that. That's like a form of putting your faith into this place, man, fully. You know, like I said, if it's cheap and it works out to where the rent is, it's easier, it's cheaper to pay mortgage and rent and whatnot. So be it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But do that in knowing that this place is going to be destroyed, though. It's not to get comfortable and be like, life's good. To put off the evil day. You're not supposed to put off the evil day. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a pilgrim, be pilgrims. Just to be pilgrims on the earth. All right? And, Numbers 26 and 51 says, these were the numbered of the children of Israel, 600,000, 1,730. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, unto these the land shall be divided for an inheritance according to the number of names. It says the land shall be divided according to our inheritance, right? Okay, so that's why you see the map. It was divided, okay, for the allotted tribes, man. Okay, if one tribe had more, then the land would have to be a little bit bigger. Okay, this is with it through fairness, right? Right. To many thou shalt give the more inheritance, like I said, and to few thou shalt give the less inheritance, and that's fair. Because no point if you're less in number, no need to be glutton and have more land than you need. We're all brothers, anyways. Okay. It says to every one shall his inheritance be given according to those that were numbered of him. I'll give you an example of that because I had a grandmother. She passed away maybe 2 years ago. No big, RP, no big deal though. Point being is that they sold the home, and she had to give off an inheritance. So she had 6 children, so it had to be divided amongst the 6 children, right? It's kind of the flip side of it, but basically, my father, because he had the most children, he actually got um, like he got a little bit less than the rest of his siblings, basically, But in that case, it's supposed to be the other way around, you know what I mean? But this is just the world we live in right now. But it is what it is. So, notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot, according to the names of the tribes of their fathers, they shall inherit. According to the lot shall the possession thereof be divided between many and few. Okay, and the point being is that the Most High already sanctioned a land for us. So what rent, what any of that will we be paying, man? This is Isaiah 5:8, and it says, "Woe unto them that join house to house, okay, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth." All right, so that's not talking about like a townhouses that are built together. All right, that's not talking about a low-rise apartment. Okay, that's talking about the owners of that development. Okay, so a person buys one house on the block, then they keep buying, and they buy all the houses. Say there's a Salakia, say there's a block with 30 homes on it, and a person comes through and they buy two homes, and they end up eventually buying all the homes. Okay, and what do? They're being the landlord, so they want to rent it out. So that's not righteous. Okay, especially amongst Israel, you're not supposed to rent to your brother, man. You're supposed to have an inheritance to where that's where you dwell, and you could pass that on to your children. Okay, you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be taxing, all right? But that's what you have in this society. Okay, people become rich by being landlords in this world. You know, it's like a game of Monopoly, right? But that's what you have. That's what woe unto them that join house unto house. All right, every time, everywhere you walk on the board, you find a new real estate. Oh, I want to rent here. You land here. Oh, you gotta pay me. You land there. You still gotta pay the same person. The man has all. You walk along the whole boardwalk. You're paying the same person, man. You see what I'm saying? But that's what it means by joining house unto house, and that's wicked. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. Here it is. They didn't want Jake to be in the neighborhood. All right, in the righteous neighborhood. I mean, that's Slovakia, quote, not the righteous neighborhood, but these damn whatever the cleaner neighborhoods and all this stuff. All right, you actually had a thing when Jake was actually moving into certain neighborhoods, certain suburbs and whatnot. You had a thing called white flight, man, where these Edomites would dip off because it's like, oh hell nah, we ain't chilling with y'all. Basically, you know what I mean? We ain't hanging with y'all. We ain't sticking around for this. So they go dip off, man. You know? And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even out here in Toronto, there's not much places where a Jake can really pick up and go and establish himself. Because a lot of the places are there's just so much Edomites. And you stick out like a sore thumb. You don't even want to be around that. Because they're looking at you like an anomaly. They never see you before. What are you doing here? Right? It's like you damned if you do and damned if you don't. But you're in the city, you don't want to be around Jake. You know, but you'd rather, in a sense, uh, be around here because people are comfortable with Jake being here, man. They know that there are Jakes here. See what I'm saying? But it's just a bugged up dynamic to begin with. You know what I mean? Mm. I'm just gonna probably just gonna end the video off from here. I'm gonna say shalom and hope you're edified. And to the next one.